Hey, what's going on, everybody? Connor here from Hunting the Outdoors. Have a hopefully quick video feel. It's going to be a product review. It is going to be on my Leupold Mark III HD 8x24x50 rifle scope that I have mounted to my Tikka T3 7mm Magnum. Now, for YouTube purposes, you can see here that there's no bolt in the rifle, there's no magazine. It's completely empty of all projectiles. So it is a safe rifle. While I talk about this video and a little bit about the scope. First things first, before we get started, I do want to say that Leupold is not paying me for this. So you'll get pros and cons of the scope. And all the insights about it. Secondly, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I haven't really posted anything about it on YouTube just because it doesn't really pertain. But for about a year and a half now, I've not worked with Ride-On Optics. So just the direction they were going was not where a lot of us wanted to go. The people that they were bringing in just we're not great people. So anyway, let's dive into the video. Let's get started. Talk about the number specs of the rifle and more of the ins and outs. But before we get started, if you haven't already, subscribe, thumbs up. The channel helps with the algorithm, helps me out. Leave a comment at the end of the video. Pros and cons, things I can do better, things to improve on, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's dive into this scope real quick. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So this is my, again, no bolt, no magazine, completely empty rifle. So this is the Leupold Mark III HD 8x24x50. For those of you who are new to rifle scopes and such, I'll kind of explain this to you like, someone who's never experienced it or looked at one. So 8x24 is the lowest magnification, the highest magnification, and the 50mm is the size of the objective lens. It has a 30mm tube, weighs just, I think it was 21 ounces. So if you do your conversion, it's almost 2 pounds, definitely on the heavier side. So you want to put this on a lighter rifle if possible. I have it mounted with the Zeiss, or Zeiss, however you say it, precision anti-cant scope rings. Has a little level over here. Those, I believe, retail for about $180. I'll put it off to the side here. That way, if these do interest you, you can pick up a pair. As far as the scope goes itself, it MSRPs for $6.99 off the Leupold website. It is 14.5 inches from front to back, so it is on the bigger side. And that's one thing that I told myself that when I upgrade, I would like to get one of their more compact scopes. Just cut down on size, cut down on weight, because I believe that's where a lot of the weight comes from. Let's see here. Still talking specifics, eye relief. So lowest magnification at 8, the eye relief is about 5.5 inches. So you do have tremendous eye relief, which to me, I personally like, because I've been able to shoot out to 600 yards on the lowest magnification, no problem. So the 5.5 inch eye relief is phenomenal. You don't have to worry about scoping yourself. And all that jazz. The eye relief at the highest magnification of 24 is only about 3.7 inches. So you are significantly closer to the scope itself. I've never shot it at that high of magnification, so I can't speak on it. I have no idea. Based off of the recoil of the rifle, if it would scope you or not. All right, so now let's talk a little bit more about the ins and outs of the scope itself. So like I said, it is the Leupold Mark III HD, 8x24x50. It is in mils. It has the side focus TMR reticle. This is the side focus parallax adjustment. It also does come with an exposed elevation cap, turret uncapped, and the windage turret comes capped. To me, I haven't run into any instances where that becomes an issue with this being exposed. Both the elevation and windage turrets come with 0 reset Allen wrench screws, which are nice. I personally don't use the turrets, to dial in. I prefer to use my holdovers with the reticle. I have my entire setup here built into my ballistics app. And so from there, I just plug in everything I need, range, all that stuff, and it tells me what my holdover is. And it just personally, I feel way more comfortable doing that than, dialing, which, tit for tat. Some people prefer this or the other, whatever. Now let's talk a little bit about preferences and practical usage. So it is a heavier scope. The Mark line of Leupold scopes are predominantly for competition shooting, or just the long range guys. I know quite a few people who use them for hunting. Obviously I do. But the 8x24 magnification is a wide range. And if you hunt here, like I do in Texas, most of your shots are not going to be outside of 200 yards. I am lucky enough that the place that I'm able to hunt on, I do have the ability to reach out and shoot further distances. So this is applicable to me. Also, the fact that I travel out west more frequently every year. So this for me is an all-around kind of one-stop shop for me. Whereas if you're native to Texas or more northern states where your shots are under 200 yards, this would definitely be something you do not want because of the lower magnification. Leupold offers tons of other products that I've never used that I would recommend you go check out. Check out your local gunsmith or your gun store, and see if they have any that you can look behind. I obviously recommend shopping small before going to the bigger stores like Cabela's, Bass Pro. But this is, like I said, kind of a one-stop shop for me. It comes with the quick throw hammer, smooth, straight out of the box, not too loose, but like just right. But overall, rifle's about $800. Scope was $700, and I think the range was like $180. This is my first kind of mid-tier, I guess you would say, build for a rifle. It's worked great for me. I would say it probably weighs 7-ish pounds. Kind of right around that area. Not super heavy. Obviously it's unloaded. So there's not the ammo weight in there, but the scope itself, if you are hunting further distance, taking further shots, you do hunt out west more. This is definitely more applicable to you. Whereas, if you're a more northern hunter or you have very limited property here in the South, this would not be something that you would want. Like I said, given the higher, lower magnification and just the broad range of the zoom on the scope. It does not come with CDS turrets that Leupold offers on their VX line, which is their custom dial system. which was not a make or break for me. Like I said, I don't use the turrets to adjust my windage or elevation. The TMR reticle has mill adjustments on the X and Y axis, so I just use those, and like I said, my ballistics calculator. Overall, I've used it for an entire season, so it's worked great. My wife dropped it off my tailgate, and it held 0. I was terrified that something was going to be broken or that it was going to be knocked off 0. That doesn't say enough about it alone. I mean, like, 4 feet off the ground, straight off the tailgate, boom, straight on the ground. Then, I don't know what to tell you. Like I was saying, when deciding on what scope to put on your rifle, take into consideration where you're going to be hunting, how far you're going to be shooting, and also what your budget is. Those 3 things really, will make a difference on really narrowing it down for what's best for you. Also, too, this is a second focal plane scope, and it's pretty much what I've used my entire life. Given that it's in mills, given the reticle, the TMR, I kind of wish it was first focal plane. I know most of the time when you do get in that first focal plane range, the price is significantly higher. So I would like to, when I upgrade this scope, I would like to get a first focal plane, maybe same reticle. I've shot a couple in the past, and I know that having that first focal plane really, keeps from, messing with your holdovers at different magnifications and so on and so forth with that. That's really all I got today. Short and sweet video. The Leupold Mark III HD, 8x24x50, 700 bones out the door. Can't beat it. Great budget scope. Does what's asked of it. Holds 0 phenomenally, even after dropping it off your tailgate. There's not really too many cons other than the large size of it being 14.5 inches. It is significantly larger. Being almost 2 pounds, it is on the heavier side. But also, again, I think that definitely correlates with the size factor of it. Whereas some of their higher end scopes have a more stubby look to them, really take away that weight. Other than that, it really would just come down to preference, personal preference stuff with like the exposed turret, with it not having the CDS built into it. But that's all I got. Short and sweet, glad I could, give y'all some insight on this scope. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have anything else you'd like to see reviewed, shoot me a message on Instagram, leave it in the comments. I'm always open to putting out new content, and I'm trying to get more ideas for things that people would like to see. So definitely feedback helps all the time. So like I said, guys, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. If you liked what you saw, go check out the rest of my stuff because I have some more great videos on my YouTube channel. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.